Alright, here we have the all-new S1000RR. Oh, fantastic bike. So just a little bit background about this bike. When we first launched the S1000RR in year 2009, available in the market in 2010, we shook the market. Right, we've made the first ever BMW Motorrad sports bike, and we really shook the market because it was the best sports bike in the market back then. So then in 2015 we had a major upgrade to the engine, to the suspension, just to keep up with the competition. But we have to say that, you know, the competition has caught up. We have to give credit to our competitors. They have made really good bikes. So for this new bike, our engineers have gone way to the limit, or even over the limit, to make sure that we make the best sports bike again. So the tagline the engineers have told me is they have left no stones unturned when they come to the design of this new S1000RR. So there are a lot of new key features because it's a totally new bike. So to start off from the front, now we have the symmetrical headlights. Yeah, no longer asymmetrical where the right side and the left side is different. Now both the front lights, full LED headlights, it's the same. We call it, some may want to call it the devil's eyes, but it looks really good. I'll just turn on the light and you can see this is the daytime running light. This is how it works. Yeah, and over in the middle now here, this is the ram air intake. So air is being rammed into the engine, so air is compacted, and that also gives it additional performance. Coming to the side, over here now we have what we call the integrated lights. So previously you have a turn indicator at the side here, but now it's integrated into your side mirrors. Okay, this is how it works. So let me switch on the indicator. So now the turn indicator is integrated into your side mirrors. Okay, one of the key big things about this bike is the shift cam technology again. Available on the S1000RR. So the principle is the same, but the mechanism is different compared to the 1250 GS. Yeah, same principle where it actually increased the lift. The benefits that you get: higher horsepower, more low-end torque, better efficiency, and better control of the bike. Four key benefits with the shift cam engine. We'll talk a bit more on that. Coming to the side over here, we have a totally new design of the chassis, yeah, together with the tail end. Totally new design. So I'll start with the swing arm. So if you look closer here, this is what we call the beam swing arm. There's like a hollow opening in the middle over here. Yeah. So this is called a beam swing arm. So the beam swing arm, it works in conjunction with the chassis of this bike. Yeah, the swing arm and the chassis works together. So later I will talk about in a bit in more detail, but what I can say here is this whole thing is designed to have more flexibility. Now this may sound weird to some of you guys, like we always want to have the stiffest chassis, right? But it's actually not true. If you read into a lot of the performance comparison between this bike and the previous model, even in Valencia or even in Portimao, this bike is lapping at least 2 to 3 seconds faster than the predecessor. Now, how is this possible? Of course, the engine is more powerful, but what we have found out is the cornering speed of this bike is phenomenal. And how does it work? So in the normal bike, or in a normal suspension, the suspension works in a vertical manner, up and down. Up and down. Now, when you are cornering, the bike tilts to the side or lean to the side. The suspension doesn't work anymore because the suspension only works this way. So how do you get the suspension to work this way? The only way is to have some flex in the chassis. So this is the rear of the bike. So it flex a little bit, especially when there's undulation. And when that happens, you increase your contact grip with the surface, and that translates into higher cornering speed. So that's how the engineers have designed this bike. It flexes at specific points on the bike, and that helps to increase your cornering speed because there's more grip. So that is what the beam swing arm together with the new chassis has done for the bike. And of course, one of the key things in the sports bike is always the weight of the bike. So with this bike, we have reduced the weight down to 197 kilograms. This is of course the M package, 197 kilos. So 4 kilos is saved just from the engine. A further 2 to 3 kilos is saved from the swing arm and the chassis. Yeah, we have this is the M package, obviously. So we have the carbon rims. Yeah, the M carbon rims that save about 1.7 kilograms. Further 1.7 kilograms from the weight of the bike. And over here at the back, let's take a look at the back. Okay, I've switched on the turn indicators. Now you may be asking, where is the brake light? There is no brake light in this bike. Well, there is brake light. Again, we call this the integrated tail lamp. So the turn indicators function has the brake light as well. So if you press the brake or pull the brake lever, there you go. So it makes it very tidy, very neat design. You want to switch off ABS, anti-lock braking system, they have to remove this rear tail lamp before they can deactivate ABS. Yeah, because it's a new regulation by the European Union. You can't deactivate ABS without removing this tail lamp. But that's not important, right? The ABS Pro works very well, so I would recommend you to keep that even though when you're racing. On the side here, we have another new feature. We call it DDC Pro. It's the next generation of dynamic damping control. So what the engineers have done now, they have further fine-tuned the adjustability of this suspension system. So now you can actually buy a set of shims. You can fine-tune the flow rate of the fluid in the dampers. Yeah, so you can of course we already have the electronic settings adjustment for DDC. You have 15 settings, but if you want to fine-tune it further, you can actually do that when you purchase a set of shims, and then you can get it fitted to tailor-made it to your riding style or to the racetrack that you plan to race in. Yep. Gear Shift Assistant Pro comes standard with this package. M Sport package. This color code is comes with the M Sport package, and then you have the M Sport seat. It comes with a material that actually gives you more grip. Yeah, I can feel the friction. So the benefit is when you are riding this bike, you are always in contact with the bike. Yeah, you don't move around too much or slide around too much. So the seat is also lighter. It's thinner, and then it's special material to give you more grip. And below the seat, we have what we call the M lithium-ion battery. So that actually saves close to about 2 kilograms, yeah, from the weight of the bike. 2 kilos just with the M lithium-ion battery. Okay, coming up here, the controls. You can see we have a full TFT screen. Full TFT screen, which is standard. And if your bike comes with the Pro riding modes, so you have additional 3 riding modes that you can customize. In standard, you have 4 riding modes, but if you get the Pro riding mode that comes with the M package, you actually have 3 more riding modes: Pro riding 1, 2, 3, which you can customize it. Yeah, so that is quite interesting. All right, now I'll talk a bit more about the ergonomics of this bike. With the new S1000RR, the engineers have also done a great deal of work when it comes to the ergonomics of the bike. Now, what is ergonomics? The first thing that they have done is they have redesigned the handlebar. So the new handlebar actually has a lesser offset and is wider. What do I mean by lesser offset? So previously it's more towards this way. So lesser offset, yeah. So it's more comfortable because if there's more offset, you feel more cramped up when you're riding. So lesser offset, that gives you more room. At the same time, they widen the handlebars, so that actually amplifies your turning leverage. So if I want to lean or turn the bike to the left, so I just need to give it a slight nudge, and the bike will dip into the corner very quickly and aggressively. So this is what they have done with the handlebar. The next thing very important is the tank area. So they have made the tank slimmer, and also because of the design of the tank, actually have increased the area by about 30%. So that gives you more area when you're riding to actually feel more connected between your thigh and the tank. Yeah, so you can see there's more area that my thigh could grip onto the tank. So that again improves the riding capability of this bike. So to recap, the new S1000RR, we have improved on the engine performance with the shift cam technology. We have improved the looks. The bike looks really good. It comes in 3 different packages: M Sport, Race, and Basic. So what we have here is the M Sport. So engine has been improved. Exterior design looks has been improved. Ergonomics have been improved. Suspension with the DDC Pro is improved together with TFT screen, the electronics. There's a host of settings with this bike. I mean, you can adjust your DDC level, you can adjust your ABS, you can even adjust your engine braking, throttle response. The options of this bike is unlimited, right? Unlimited. So we believe we have made the sports bike the best sports bike in the market again. Okay guys, that's it for me. So make life a ride. Wish you guys all the best.